Last game of the season, we got the 3 points. We're not Manchester United. We're not Tottenham Hotspurs, right? We're not Liverpool that settled for the 1 point. We're Chelsea who got the 3 points, and well done. Well done. Absolutely well done. I love what I saw from Chelsea. I'm happy. You know, it was a narrow win. It was a close game. Before I get into Chelsea, let me just give a very big shout out to what Alvaro Arbeloa is doing. What Arbeloa has done to Fulham to make Fulham play like this, to make Fulham such a well good team like this, is like I don't know how he's able to do it. In such a short amount of time, Arbeloa had Fulham playing amazing football. The high pressing, the long diagonal passes, man, the long ball passing, right? They were really, really good, man. And maybe because they were home, I don't know, or maybe because our goalkeeper is an issue or our defense is just an issue. But I have to say this, what Fulham was doing in this game was amazing. And Fulham fans, you have to be proud that you have a very good coach because now Fulham got themselves a very good coach and they are ballers in this team. They are ballers in this team. Now, guys, bear with me. This is Hash Black here. Please like and subscribe if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a football fan. I also appreciate if you guys could also like and subscribe. Don't go anywhere. Tune into what I have to say because there is so much to talk about this game. This was such a good game. If there's any game that's going to round up the opening weekend of the Premier League, the first weekend of the Premier League season, it is this game. This was the game that was played so well and entertaining to close up the weekend, of the Premier League, right? If you guys know, Chelsea came with a 3-4-2-1 formation that is very fluid. It was not a rigid 3-4-2-1. It was a very fluid 3-4-2-1 in the fact that we get to see players move around, right? There's a lot of freedom with the players. Lacroix has the freedom to bomb forward and help in the attack. Rhys James can drop deep as a center back and have that deep playmaking, right? Romeo Lavia being able to drift and still stay in the middle, right? But this only happens when we're in possession. When Chelsea is in possession of the ball, we're very fluid, right? When we're out of possession, we play a 4-4-2 mid block to low block formation. So I just want to say that, right? 30 seconds into the game, because how Fulham likes to play a high press type of football, right? Which is very, very interesting. Fulham likes to play a high press type of football. And I think is going to work wonders for Fulham as long as Fulham are very careful with the transitional spaces that the other teams will take advantage of, and that's what Chelsea did, right? Cole Palmer has the ball, slip the pass to João Pedro in transition, and João Pedro, knowing, you could just tell, man, everybody could just tell. This guy João Pedro is gonna break the number 9 curse. That curse, like when Denhausen is like, you are cursed, not us, not João Pedro. This is not Falcao. This is not Lukaku. This is not Morata. This is not Liam Delap. This is not no one else, man. This is Joao Pedro with the number 9, and you could tell this guy was blessed by his parents, by his grandparents, right from birth, man. No voodoo, no evil shall fashion against Joao Pedro, and that's exactly what he showed us, man. He showed us that number 9, no cuss, nothing, man. Scored that goal, bang, Fulham nil, Chelsea won. And I love what I saw. Now it's very interesting, right? For about the next 15 minutes, I think Chelsea was in control of the game. We had the momentum. We played very good football. We were moving the ball around, right? Overloading the midfield, choking them up, spreading them wild that will allow guys like Romeo Lavia and Cole Palmer to have space in the midfield to do what they want to do, right? But it was really, really lovely from what I'm saying, from what I was watching. Now, here are two things within that 15 minutes that I had a very big issue with. We were just as how we tried to control the game and control the midfield, we were also losing the ball as well, which I understand is a back three. We're very fluid in this 3-4-2-1 formation, so sometimes we're bound to lose the ball, and Fulham will have opportunities to counterattack us. There were numerous times when in transition, Fulham was very dangerous. I think we did a good job snuffing out and breaking and destroying the counterattacks that Fulham was trying to use against us. But in one of those kind of potential kind of attacks that Fulham did, Levi Colwill got a yellow card. That was very poor from him. I think Levi Colwill throughout the entire game did not have a good to great game. First half, he was very poor in my opinion. Very, very poor. He had a stinker in the first half. Second half, he was okay, but he also didn't do a good job in avoiding the second goal, in my opinion. Even though I wouldn't say it was directly his fault, no one's gonna put the blame on him. But if you guys are watching the game, the fact that Fulham was able to score that second goal was because Colwell did not do a good job being able to shield his man and being able to clear that ball in time. Right? We never would have gone that second goal if Colwell did not do a good job clearing out that ball or intercepting it in a very good way. Right? Then who else is it I want to talk about? Yes, Romeo Lavia within our first 15 minutes as well. The reason why I want to point this out, chat, is because all my people is because the discipline is still an issue. Within 15 minutes, well, no, within 11 minutes, we had yellow cards. Go look at the minute when Colwell had a yellow card, when Romeo Lavia had a yellow card. This is a problem. But in Xabi Alonso, I trust. In Xabi Alonso, I trust. I know that he's noticing it, and obviously, it's going to take time to get that discipline on because when Fulham is coming at us with the counterattacks, we don't have to be rough with them. We just have to, one player just has to slow down the player with the ball so that the other Chelsea players can get back in defensive position and form that 4-4-2 mid block that we were doing when we are out of position or we're trying out of possession or we're trying to defend, right? Then all of a sudden, Fulham was slowly getting back into the game, and that was a problem. Chat, my people, Fulham was slowly getting back into the game. And in the 23rd minute, that's exactly what happened. Joshua King got the ball. The reason why even Joshua King was able to get the ball and score that goal was because of how Fulham is playing this high pressing. And it worked. We were losing the ball in our own half because Fulham was pressing us. Kevin Bassey, the central defender of Fulham, was moving up front and helping with the high pressing while also trying to be an extra man to crash into the box. Kevin Bassey was box crashing for Fulham. And it worked. Joshua King came, scored a goal. Now, that goal that Joshua King scored was easily an avoidable goal based on the type of goalkeeper we have. Robert Sanchez was poor in defending that goal. That was bad. That was an issue. Better positioning, better hands. Yes, it's a powerful shot. Don't get me wrong. I admit that. But if you use your body, you will be able to stop that shot. That's what it means to be a goalie. Players are gonna be like, let me tell you, man, this football athletes, they have power, bro. I played football. I played football in high school, I played football in college. They have power, man. You see that ball coming at you, bro? That shit can have you seeing the stars around your head. Trust me. That's what it means to go up against these football athletes. But that's also what it means to be a professional goalkeeper playing in Chelsea Football Club. Rob Sanchez, I keep saying David Sanchez. Robert Sanchez was poor in that goal, in the first goal by Fulham. But it is what it is. Second goal, Morgan Rogers, phenomenal job from what I saw, man. Right? I think one of the things that Morgan Rogers was kept that I will always like about Rogers that he knows how to be at the right place at the right time, and that is one good thing about Morgan Rogers. He's not fast, he's not pacey, he's strong, and he has good shot power and good shot placement. That is one thing that you can say about Morgan Rogers, right? In the 41st minute, couple minutes to halftime, Chelsea regained control by utilizing the inner spaces right there, right? That was very well done by Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer created the assist for the first goal, and he also set up the second goal as well. Cole Palmer had the ball moving into those pocketed spaces right there, and then we saw Maxence Lacroix overlap Cole Palmer, right? Cole Palmer gave the ball to Lacroix. Lacroix, because Bernardello came out thinking that Lacroix was going to shoot the ball at him, Lacroix, with the experience that we always need, the decision making that we saw from Lacroix, which was beautiful at that moment, to square the ball inside the box, do a cutback. That was a lovely cutback by Lacroix. And next thing you know, Rogers been at the right place at the right time, shot the ball in. Now it is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. I love what I saw, and that's exactly what we need, man. Let me say this. Cole Palmer in the first half was amazing, bro. Cole Palmer was amazing, bro. I felt like we could have scored even more goals in the first half if our decision making was a lot more better. If we didn't try to take too many touches on the ball, which allowed Fulham to reorganize themselves, I felt like we could have been able to score more goals in the first half, man. Dog, I went crazy. I lost my shit when Morgan Rogers scored that goal, man. I was doing the celebration. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Because I love what I'm seeing. Beautiful, wonderful celebration by Morgan Rogers, bro. And I just sat back and I said, please, Cole Palmer, score. And you could tell Cole Palmer wanted to score. You could tell Cole Palmer wanted to be on the score sheet so that he too can also do the celebration as well. And honestly, the performance that I saw from Cole Palmer throughout the both first half and second half tells me that this guy is hungry. This guy want to win. He want to prove himself. He knows that it's a make and break season. He knows that everyone is calling him a one season wonder. If Cole Palmer can maintain this one goal, one assist, bro, we have two players that could potentially score over 15 goals. No, three players. We have three players that could score over 15 goals a season. Our front three all scored. Morgan Rogers, João Pedro, and what's his name? Cole Palmer all scored. Two of them have an assist. Lovely from what I saw in that first half. Second half, man, like I said, Cole Palmer scoring that third goal, man. It was a lovely transition break. Now remember what I said, guys. Fulham are playing high intensity foot pressing, right? Fulham are playing a high line with high pressing, and because of that, it leaves spaces for counter attack for the transition spaces. That's exactly what happened, man. Joao Pedro got a direct pass, and he fed Cole Palmer, and he nutmegged Leno in between his legs, and bang, it was 3-1. And I was like, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good, man. Now I have to give very big credit to Arbeloa, the Fulham coach. He knew what to do. He instructed his side to play more direct because us too, we are also playing a high line. Remember, we are playing a little bit of a high line and we're also being very fluid in our 3-4-2-1 formation. And now all of a sudden, Fulham abandoned the high pressing that they were doing and started playing direct football, which is long balls, just direct to our go to the number 9, which is Garcia. And that's exactly what they did. Long pass, Liverpool will out of position, and this is what I meant, which allowed, Garcia to score the goal, to tap it back in when Castagne shot the ball, and Sanchez blocked it out, but he could not catch it, and Garcia just tapped it in. Now it was 2-3, and I was like, oh my goodness, we got a game. We have got a game. Now I have to give credit for Alonso also making some changes and just realizing that okay, the best thing to do right now is to bring on Enzo Fernandez, bring on Petro Neto, Pep Chavaria, make the substitution so that we can weather this onslaught that Fulham is trying to put and also be able to keep the ball. Now let me talk about Enzo Fernandez. This is very interesting. I don't know if it was Chelsea fans that was booing. I think Fulham was the one that was booing Enzo Fernandez. I think Fulham was booing Enzo Fernandez, making him think that it was Chelsea fans that was booing. but it was not Chelsea fans that was booing, in my opinion. I think it was Fulham that was booing Enzo Fernandez. That's what I saw. That was what I saw. I don't know what you guys saw, man, but that's what I saw. Enzo Fernandez was getting booed by Fulham fans to trick him out of his spot. But then, shout out to Chelsea fans that was also singing his praises. You see what's going on with Atletico Madrid? Chat, have you guys seen what's going on with Julian Alvarez? At least Chelsea fans, we're doing a very good job not trying to overly boo him. And even if it is Chelsea fans that's booing Enzo Fernandez, I'm also happy that Chelsea fans are also singing Enzo Fernandez. Oh, Enzo Fernandez. Oh, Enzo Fernandez. That's what I love to see. Overall, look, I'm just happy that we got away with the win. I did not want a point. Fulham came strong. Shout out to Arbeloa and Fulham. They're such a good team. They also like our London rivals as well. So we saw Xabi versus Alonso. Says Xabi versus Arbeloa, and Xabi's walking away with the 3 points. For Fulham fans, keep your head high because that Fulham team is going to be a problem in the league. There's no way they're getting relegated. No way they're getting relegated. And for Chelsea, we're in the top six because of the conceded goals. We have Brighton next, and hopefully we can continue this run, fix up our defense. Hope Sanchez get his head together, and we move on. Anyway, that's all what I have to say about this game, chat. Appreciate you guys. I'm really happy for this. Tell me what you guys think about Chelsea. Tell me, guys, what you think about Rob Sanchez. Do we need a goalkeeper? And tell me what you guys think about Fulham as well, because I think Fulham played some entertaining football, man. Entertaining football as well. This game was phenomenal, man. What a great game. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.